Firstly, forgive me, I'm in the bathroom in my hotel because my child is in the other room. But I couldn't wait. I had to come on and tell you about this audiobook I've just finished. Absolutely brilliant. It's Obsession by Kim Ann. No, it's not. No, it's not. Every time I get this wrong. It's Meg Anne and Loraine. For this, she's going under K Loraine because it's her paranormal. So yeah, it's paranormal. It is a reverse harem. There are 4 males and 1 female. Like I said, I did the audiobook and I actually did it in one go, which is hilarious to me because I actually wasn't going to do this book yet. And I went in pretty much blind. I had done 1 clip I listened to. The rest I haven't done because I knew I was going to wait. I was going to wait because it's 4 books. I was going to wait till they were all done and then I was going to just binge the whole thing. And plus, people had talked to me about how sexy the male voice actors were in it and how much sexy time was in the book, but they hadn't told me much else about it, and I was kind of like, I need to be in the right headspace for that. And don't get me wrong, it's not a judgment, there's nothing wrong with it, but I have to be in the headspace. And I will say there were times while I was listening when I was like, excuse me, Daddy Caleb, I am on a train with my child. Or, excuse me, no, Blackthorn, you need to, let's bring that down. Or excuse me, Alec. Or excuse me, Kingston. Obviously they didn't listen. They don't care. And the attitude of these guys, they'd be like all for it. Like, but, and don't get me wrong, the male voice actors are brilliant. Jason Clarke has an Irish brogue. James Joseph is obviously British. Aaron Shedlock has a bit of a mixture of an accent going on, which is by design. And then JF Harding it's just an alpha, I'm going to call it an alpha accent. That's just what I'm going to call it. But Stella Hunter stole the show, and I don't doubt she steals it throughout the whole series. So she does, it's in duet, like multicast, so she does all of the females. Like the guys do their individual parts, but she is all of them, and she does it so perfectly, so beautifully, that at one point I actually stopped and was like, is there other voices that haven't been advertised? And it's like, nope, that's Stella. She's just killing it. And she really does kill it. Look, don't get me wrong, the guys are great, but she deserves all of the accolades, all of the awards, all of the attention, because she's just absolutely brilliant. If you haven't listened to Stella before, this is a brilliant book to start with. And as for the story, I was hooked from the get-go. I was like, okay, who is she going to choose? Who's going to be the one that, you know, she really has that connection with? What's going on? There are some twists. There are some moments where intrigue. That's the word I was looking for. There is some intrigue with it. You don't really know what's going on, and then there's a part at the end where you're like, whoa, okay. You can't help but feel for Sunday because her family aren't very nice to her, and when she comes, people aren't very nice to her. Kingston, I think people are going to love or hate him, and you know, I remember seeing them like, whose side are you on? Who do you want her to choose? Who are you going to pick? This is a reverse harem. And the joy of that means I don't I do not have to pick, and I will not pick. Sorry, there was my shower. Trying to make it so one and obvious. I'm not picking. I'm having them all, and I'm not even sorry about it. And Sunday won't be either. She needs them all. She needs them all. They all bring something unique, and each of the voice actors in this brings something so unique to the character that they are playing. We get back to the story itself. Obviously, it's called The Mating Games, and it is about her finding a mate, finding that connection, but there's also this ongoing thread as to why she's having these dreams, why she needs to find a mate. And they're joking. The shower is making a noise. I do apologise. I hope that didn't go up too loud. Just know that was the shower. Oh my god. And yeah, so there's this thread through it where you're like, why is this happening? Is there, when you're trying to guess as you're going through, I think the kind of world building for it is really well done. And one of the things that I really liked about this, because when I hit university, I was like, okay, I need to be in the right mindset. And what I didn't realise is actually this is a university, but it's a university after university. So Sunday's 23. And I really liked that because it isn't, she's a little bit older. Not that there's anything wrong with college age, because there isn't, but it kind of puts those sorts of scenes in different ways. There are some really interesting scenes with Caleb, who's the vampire priest. He does some things that aren't appropriate for a professor. But you sense that connection, and you sense that pull, and how he's trying to help her, even if it's in a different way, and there were little bits and bobs that sort of connect it. Kingston, like I say, love or hate him, he's an alpha shifter alpha. He's an alpha, and very much so. And you get that sense from him that he wants to hate her, but really he doesn't, even if he says he does. He doesn't. Then you have Alec, the Norse god, and I liked the way that he kind of came in as this big protector there. And in this book, I think going forward there's a lot more to know about him. And there were little hints in this, and that's the thing, this is book 1 of 4, so you have the hints that are dropping that I'm sure will be explained more in additional books. And then the last one is the vampire, which is Noah Blackthorne. Now, Blackthorne is the nephew, I think, of I want to say Lucas Blackthorne, but I'm not sure if that's his name. But it is a series from Kim Loraine, and it's like 2nd generation type thing. And I think there are more character and connections with Meg Anne. I haven't actually read Meg Anne before, but if this book is any indication of the writing that can be done between Meg Anne and Kim Loraine, I need to read everything. I mean, I'm close to being done with Kim Loraine's catalogue, but now I know I need to go on to Meg Anne's, because this is just right up there. It's one of my favourite reads of the year, and I'm so glad I didn't wait, even though that was my intention. It's a must. And yes, there are some spicy scenes, some very spicy scenes. and they make sense to the story, they fit, because I think, you know, sometimes you can have spice and it feel like it's spice for spice's sake. It doesn't feel that way with what this series, what this book is about, and that connection and them finding that match. And I think it worked really well and fitted perfectly. But yeah, must read, and Loraine is one of my favourites to choose to read now, and I feel like Meg Anne is going to be on that list. But as I said, Jeff Harding, Jason Clark, James Joseph and Aaron Sherlock are fantastic, but Stella Hunter steals the show. She's queen, she's everything. Go check it out.